Welcome back. Game 3 ready for you here in this best of 5 for the ESL One Frankfurt 2016 qualifiers. The winner of this best of 5 gets himself that spot in Frankfurt. Virtus.Pro against Vega Squadron. Game 2 was much like Game 1, just reversed. It's currently 1 apiece, and Vega Squadron with some style took down Virtus.Pro. So far, Moppax, the Dire team has been absolutely crushing, and I wonder if that trend is going to continue as we get ourselves into the draft. Bounty Invoker banned out, Chen, Earth Spirit removed from the pool, and Vega get their hands on Nature's Prophet.
Well, I can tell you that Virtus.Pro are certainly hoping it goes that way. Dire side, second pick. Radiant side, first pick. It's the trend. It's like, what, must be probably like 80-some% of games right now. Just most teams favoring the Dire, and if they, obviously they would rather have the first pick. At least most teams. Some teams, I think it's, what, Navi and OG, I think are the two that people are talking about right now that are still tending to favor that Radiant side. Seem to have a couple more strats that they'll whip out over there. But Radiant side, Nature's Prophet there. Again, the Beastmaster's left in the pool, and I don't know if, again, he's going to be ignored. We do still have that lone Druid. We still have, let's see here, the OD hasn't kind of reared that ugly head quite yet as well.
It was banned out second phase in game number 2. And can't remember game number 1, but it hasn't been picked just yet. And Virtus.Pro, Witch Doctor Enchantress maybe is the go-to here for them. Could pick up their Enchantress for themselves, but
yeah, they're not really Beastmaster pickers on their side. Don't tend to snag up that hero all too often. Whereas, of course, on the side of Vega Squadron, typically that's what you're expecting, is that you'd be seeing that coming in from Meg, but grabbing up the Nature's Prophet nice and early this time. We might not end up with Beastmaster at all once again this game. I don't know if they're even... yeah, I don't think they pick Lone Druid either for Virtus.Pro. They're very different in terms of their top tier picks. Like, it's typically... like, they like to get that Invoker, who obviously they banned out this time. And heading into maybe even a Doom right now wouldn't be the worst, unless they want that Enchantress instead.
Or if you want to prioritize Batrider or something like that, you could go that direction.
Little mix-up.
Yeah, change things around, but I think Sven is that hero that if you want it, you have to pick it in the first phase because it's very likely banned out in the second phase. VP could be considering that for Yoku if he wants it.
Yeah, and then you end up picking up your Sven into a Nature's Prophet, which has its things.
That's the issue. Yeah, the Sprout is incredibly annoying, so it will be the OD instead for G, more likely than not. While Vega Squadron, they've got their opportunities here. Enchantress out there, Vengeful Spirit if they want it, the Oracle, even the Batrider to go towards mid. We've seen a lot of Batrider mids up against the OD. You know, you mess with his turn rate, you make sure he can't really stick onto you, and you just firefly your way away from any damage. But instead, it will be the Zeus who'll be trying to deal with the OD, just trading farm and not getting caught off guard, knowing that there's no bounty and no Earth Spirit, so your mid lane is going to be relatively okay, as long as you remove heroes like the Doom, the Enchantress, and these roaming annoyances that can come in and cause you a little bit of havoc. But Vega, with the Nature's Prophet Zeus, this combo, even without the Spectre, we've seen this from CIS and Russian teams for a good long time, even before Shanghai. They were running these two heroes, just giving you that global presence and the ability to kill people from across the map. You just need a couple of heroes to set up and start these kills off, a couple of stuns, a little bit of disable. But you also want some heroes that can deal with the OD in terms of physical damage in the mid game. That can catch him and absolutely destroy him in team fights.
Yeah, they still have that option if they want to go back for something like the Sven. The Oracle's also still there as well in terms of one of these like top tier supports that these both these squads are looking out and towards. Now, the last time VP ran the OD, they actually grabbed a Treant Protector of their own. So I don't know if maybe that's something they'll be considering. It wasn't really anything that was countering anything specifically on the other team, I wouldn't say. There was like it was a little bit of some push that was actually coming from Navi, so maybe in towards more of this global strat. I like that ban out for sure, of course. You want to make sure Virtus.Pro won't be having that Faceless Void. But what kind of like a wombo combo can they set up with? Like, you need this control. I don't know if you want to go in for like a Darkseer +1, maybe like your Darkseer Night Stalker, your Darkseer Spirit Breaker, VP. I mean, of course, signature hero in that case. You do need some sort of control element hero, and I don't know if like a Disruptor would really be enough. I think it has to come from that off lane here.
What happened to the good old days of Clockwork? Clockwork is RIP. He's gone. He's done
He's the
for.
deadest hero of the dead heroes.
He is super dead right now.
It's like him and Timbersaw are like equally dead heroes in terms of once somewhat popular offlaners. I mean, Clock went straight from tier 1 first pick, first ban to dumpster.
Non-existent.
That circular clock thing. Yeah, just it's awful. Don't play it. It's awful. It is useless. I hate it. I've tried everything. I'm done. Alright, finally. Here we go. We get a Beastmaster into our series. This was well needed. That's your control for the OD. Not going for the OD, just the single target, burst somebody down, and I think that's going to work out really well because you're running a Zeus Nature's Prophet. Chances are it's going to be a slightly harder carry coming out here from the side of Vega Squadron, and they've already knocked out the Spectre, they've knocked out the Ember Spirit, and so whoever it is, going to have a hard time surviving here up against what VP are already rocking.
And the great thing about having Nature's Prophet is that you don't necessarily need to add any more pushing elements to your lineup. Just being able to TP in after after 1 or 2 pickoffs and bring out the treants to push into tier 1 towers can definitely bolster you up. But VP go back in for the Juggernaut there against the Zeus. Could be pretty good for them.
Will this be the mid-G Juggernaut again?
I was wondering.
Because they ran that the other day, and they have also been running the OD in the safe lane previously as well. Now, they didn't actually pick it during Star Ladder, but back when they were facing Na'Vi in the previous round of this tournament, that's when they were running the OD in the safe lane with the Wind Ranger mid. But yeah, no, it was interesting to see G. That is definitely not a hero I was expecting whatsoever to be seeing him on that Juggernaut. And I don't quite remember. I think they lost that game, I want to say. No, actually, they did win. So there you go.
Well, it's definitely something we've seen from Southeast Asia, just running that mid-Juggernaut, get the Poor Man's Shield, a bit of regen, get your Magic Wand. You can deal with a Zeus if you have one rotation in, you just spin him into death. Diving towers, obviously, is something Juggernaut can do pretty nicely once he gets that level 6 as well. But Vega Squadron, they've got the Crystal Maiden for a bit of control onto the boars at bottom lane. Might spend the first, 1, 2 levels jungling a little bit just to get yourself from Frostbite into the Arcane Aura. Maybe
yeah, actually, I really like this. Like, she could hang around kind of those couple mid camps right near the Zeus as well. Like, maybe you pick up someone like that Oracle, great up against the boards from the Beastmaster, and the offlane can help deal with his summons. And then you just get another somewhat survivable core, and then you have to assume that no matter who goes mid, be it OD or Juggernaut, you probably want that 4th hero rotating in. Enchantress still in the pool for VP if they want that. Likewise for Vega, I suppose, as well. But yeah, they'll just grab up the Sven. Okay, solid position 1 here. Help deal with this Beastmaster. But I really think that this CM is like primo pick for helping out the Zeus and make sure that he not only just trades decently, but actually has a chance at winning that mid lane.
Now, what's remaining for either side? It's that greedy 4 roll, isn't it?
10 seconds.
So likely the Enigma ban from Vega Squadron, Virtus.Pro, Enchantress is still out there if Vega thinking about going for that one. There's heroes that can roam into these lanes, but there's always the thought process that Beastmaster could potentially sit back in the jungle and use that Iron Talon and be that 4-roll jungler, and they go for another off lane as well. Might be what you look for here.
I think I would like the Oracle ban over the Winter Wyvern. Like, I feel like it is that hero that's going to be sitting down with Sven, but the Winter Wyvern, like, unless VP are...
5 seconds remaining.
What could they be going for that Winter Wyvern comes out? Because this doesn't seem to me like it's matching up with what they have. Like, they must be trying to tempo this into even more push, like a Shadow Shaman or something. It's a little bit unusual, I would say, because I'm picturing, like, the Oracle paired up with the Sven. He's going to partner up, he's going to give him that false promise in the middle of these fights, these engagements. Feeling very good about what Vega have run in right now.
Virtus.Pro not going to get their hands on the Wisp. As that relocating ball of light that gets removed out. Does pair up nicely with the Juggernaut. You can, sit mid, move towards the off lane, help every lane out, and just keep them sustained and healthy with your bottle and controlling runes as well. But what do Virtus.Pro need? They're lacking in... They're kind of lacking in, team fight disables. They've got Roar and Cask. But they don't have anything to really tie a team fight together, whereas Vega Squadron, it's quite obvious, how they're going to hit these fights. They jump in with a Sven. The Crystal Maiden piles in and Zeus does damage from a good distance. A hero here to create, or at least balance out Vega Squadron's draft seems a lot simpler than Virtus.Pro. They need that, perfect hero to tie things together, and especially because it's from that 4 roll, you might even be looking to go back for something like a Lion.
Yeah, I was picturing Lion as well because of the Sven. I do still like Night Stalker. I think it's an extremely strong hero coming on that dire side, the 4 roll, the vision control up against the Zeus. Yeah, that's my pick right there. I love this hero. I think he's super underrated. China's got this thing on lockdown. We saw it win a lot of games over in Star Ladder. And the mischance as well is something that I think gets like pretty ignored. I mean, nighttime 50% mischance on a Sven. That is humongous. Not just in like the early game, but even moving to the later stages when he's trying to work around that BKB.
Absolutely. Vega, what's your answer to this then? Crystal Maiden jungling a little bit, Zeus mid, Nature's Prophet off lane, Sven safe lane. I think want to bolster their actual laning stage a bit and look towards maybe a bit more tower push. There's heroes like Shadow Shaman out there.
Take the Dispel again. Like, maybe Disruptor as well if you want a little bit more of like early defense, long range glimpse for the Witch Doctor. But yeah, the Oracle. Just put that False Promise on, Dispel the Silence.
Get rid of the Roar.
Yeah, and the Beastmaster's that other big thing as mentioned before. Like, the fact that you can actually have some support that can deal with the boars is extremely rare. Like, being able to just use that Purifying Flames and try and nuke them down.
Oh, that's very true as well. So as the guys pick up their heroes, we'll see exactly how this laning stage pans itself out. Nature's Prophet, though, is going to be up against a Witch Doctor and a Juggernaut, so it will be the G mid Outworld Devourer. Not going to be seeing the mid Juggernaut there for him. But although had Ants on this Night Stalker, it's very similar role to what we see from the Bounty Hunters and the Earth Spirits. You don't necessarily look for the Courier Snipes, but very often you do go for the boots first and you look to play very aggressively. But sometimes we see the Iron Talon and you wait for the first night time. Let's have a look. Hello, Hadance, Iron Talon. There we go. So he's going to look to try and get himself to level 3, level maybe 4, depending on what camps you get and how lucky you get in the jungle. Maybe an early bounty rune. But level 3.5 by first night is pretty standard for your jungle Night Stalkers, and then you just run rampant across the map. But have a look. Mag up at top lane, the Nature's Prophet. He will be dealing with that safe lane dual lane of Juggernaut and Witch Doctor. G, the OD, towards mid against the Zeus of no one, while Crystal Maiden, Sioma the Slayer, has an Observer Ward. Will be trying to get this placed out, but it's early warding here from FNG. 2 wards towards the mid lane. Is this just looking for the rotations in from Crystal Maiden and Oracle, maybe? Once they force the Beastmaster out of lane, you can dip back into the jungle. And he's already got himself a Ring of Protection for the Iron Talon if he wants it, while FN playing your Sven and solo on the Oracle, making up that safe lane.
30 seconds to battle.
Virtus.Pro is walking through the jungle, making sure to scout things out. No sneaky observer wards or anything like that to stop the Night Stalker from jungling. Because if you do commit for this kind of jungling Night Stalker, you need these camps available to you.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect game for it too. Just a straightaway Iron Talon. You have the off-lane Beastmaster. Yeah, he's against the Oracle, one of the better supports to deal with him, but it's dire side. It's where he wants to be. Generally considered someone who's not going to need a lot of help, and we already saw like how well our Lone Druid did there last time. Beastmaster, I can only imagine he'll do better. G doesn't really need that early rotations. He's an OD versus a Zeus. Zeus might get a little bit of help, but I can't see them really taking down G or really impacting his farm too much. In top lane, Juggernaut, one of the most survivable carries. You can throw this guy in the mid lane if you want to, and he's got a Witch Doctor. Like, No Fear is just camping mid right now. He's not too concerned about anything. Try and get the early tangos or salves here, but doesn't look like they're coming out quite yet.
It's the early bottle. Zeus has got himself clarities. He bought 1 branch and 2 pool tangos. He's 1 creep away from bottle, and it's going to come out to him. The thing is, Mag should know that Witch Doctor's missing, and Sioma the Slayer is sitting towards these mid camps. If they micro this courier, they should take it around a long path, and they will. They'll take it through the jungle and make sure there's no Witch Doctor snipe. It's even drawn on the map there by purple. Zeus making damn sure it doesn't get sniped out, because that is a massive loss to them. FNG burnt through a lot of his HP down towards bottom, as it looks like a stun and a few all right clicks came out of solo, as well as FN. But no one got his bottle delivered to him, and this is Witch Doctor wasting a bit of time. I have seen ODs bully Zeus's out of these lanes, though. And once you get yourself up to like level 3, you can potentially stand yourself up on top of this high ground with the lane equilibrium sort of held back in this box, and you just move yourself forward and force the Zeus not only out of experience range, but out of arc lightning range. So he gets no gold, no last hits, no experience, no anything. It could be a massive problem for you. Well, solo, double fairy fire. Getting rid of one of those observer wards already. FNG is going to have a relatively rough laning stage here. 0 last hit, 0 denied, still level 1. And he's going to be forced out of lane again with a stun from FN, starting things off. And it's Fortune's End holding him in place. They've got a lot of damage between them. This level 1 Purifying Flames might be enough to kill off FNG as well. A few more right clicks in, a few more punches. Purifying Flames will secure the deal, with Solo finding the last hit and the ball.
Oh, there you go. Dire Side Beastmaster has a little bit of a rough go here. I'm going to chew him down, and you still have that Mango as well here from FN, so the threat's still not really gone. And of course, we all know those nukes from Oracle just so ridiculous. Only 50 mana.
They kill off the boar again.
Gold. And that's the thing, right? Like, that is your big presence in this off lane, so going even rougher than I have to say, I thought it would go still a little bit better for FNG. But that Ring of Protection, I do think he will in fact be heading into that Iron Talon.
He wants to get off this lane as quickly as he possibly can, but he wants his level 3 first for the double, the stronger double boars. While Aloha Dance.
Oh, this is early, and this is going to work out exceptionally well.
Well, that's the bounty rune I was talking about, and he's going to get himself closer to that level 4 by the first night time. What is it now? 2 PM. Not long to go, but they want to try and kill off the Zeus while Crystal Maiden and Oracle. Oh boy. They know where FNG has gone. They've got a sentry ward to block up this camp, and they'll kill off the boar again while an observer ward goes deep in between tier 1 and tier 2. But middle lane, they're going to try and jump no one here with the Void slowing down, and Nature's Prophet TP's in to stop this one. Turn things around back onto G, but Mag doesn't have enough damage. Oracle turns in with the Fortune's End. The burn damage through with Purifying Flames killing him off, while a Frostbite, perfectly timed from Sioma, stops Aloha Dance in his tracks. The night time is not going to come soon enough, and there we go. 2-0. As Virtus.Pro, they wanted desperately to kill off the Zeus, but in the end, they pay for it with their lives.
Yeah, and Vega read that the whole way, too. Like, no one had vision when he snagged that rune. He knew that there was a smoked-up hero just hanging around. Positioned himself over here, and just with those supports being shown, you knew they were going to dive. Baits him in perfectly, nice TP in. Like, that was so well communicated from the side of Vega. They knew exactly what was about to happen there. And now they're up 3 kills to nothing. That 4-minute mark, it comes up here for your Night Stalker, but he's still only level 3.
Poor little guy.
I don't know where you go.
Try and gank mid again, maybe kill off Nature's Prophet. What build has he gone for? 2-0-1. I wonder if you go for the value point in silence. If you're dealing with Nature's Prophet and Zeus, just having that to stop the TP or stop the spam coming out of no one could be pretty useful. No one's searching for these walls.
Oh yeah. The lingering Sioma too is pretty huge. Just like possibly being around that mid lane. Get him again! Oh my god.
Nice
the giggle comes out from Oracle, yeah. I'd be giggling too if I'm shutting down the Dire Side Beastmaster. Like, this has just been the bane of so many teams. But CIS, man, they love this Oracle. They know the power of the hero.
He's level 3 now at least on FNG, so he's got the slightly stronger boars. The Hawk comes out as well. But Mag up on top lane, 0-0-2. Yoku is farming decently up here, 37-5. He's a fair distance ahead of this Sven. But no one Zeus is going to de-ward, keep himself going on this mid lane, and having a regen rune available as well. I'm interested to see what he builds into. We've seen a lot of people go towards the mid one build from Fnatic, where he goes Arcanes into Blink, then looks for the Ether Lens and the Veil. But very often it is just the rushed Ether Lens here for Zeus's.
I wonder if no one's going to find this ward now. Now he's looking. He's like, there's one around here somewhere, because they just spotted that rotational Aloha Dance escaping out through the tower. And so no one, he's on the path. He's trying to find that thing over there.
Oh, FNG trapped in place. The TP in as well from Mag. Oh dear, what's his score? 0-3-0. And Sven pauses. Sit down, FNG. Think about what you've done. Consider that you might want to go back into the jungle here. But the trouble is, Aloha Dance is taking up so much of this jungle already that it's difficult to really contain 2 heroes farming through with Iron Talons.
Yeah, this has just been 2 very rough games in a row here for FNG. Face this Void, the early depth there, and not quite able to get anything going with the Chronospheres, and now throwing him onto that Beastmaster. But up against the Oracle and the Sven, this is a very difficult lane. A lot of high burst. It's just that, like, slight chance of the positioning, right? Like, you're out just a hair, and you're just going to be bursted down so quickly. Add on the fact that you've got teleporting Mag hanging around. It does mean that, of course, all this pressure is going down here. We haven't even seen anything coming onto Yoku. He is leading in terms of the CS, and by quite a bit. it kind of makes up for the fact that those kills are stacked up on top of the Sven now. If you look at the net worth, he is actually ahead of him by about 300, so it's something that's a little bit harder to see on the scoreboard. But things aren't totally going awful here for the side of VP. It's only a slight lead.
And the fact they've got this OD mid against the Zeus, they're just trading farm, the rotations in, you know, that one death was VP's own fault, playing aggressively up onto the Radiant ramp. But during this first nighttime, what has Aloha Dance accomplished? He's farmed the jungle. Really where you want to be as this Night Stalker. You want to be actively looking for kills and pickoffs all across the map if you possibly can. While Mag has made his way down towards bottom, and they might be looking for a push onto this tier 1 down at bot. Some nice Hasterin pick up there, and this cask slows things down from Vega Squadron. Oh, going to stop them fully though.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing worse than farming through the jungle.
In your
that first
nighttime.
nighttime. Yeah, it feels awful, man. It's just like the worst thing. You know that you're not contributing what you're supposed to be. I think there's definitely, I would even say there's like a mental edge to this. It's just like, all right, I didn't get anything done. Now my hero feels useless. I'm going to get probably my level 6 and one good nighttime. And then my next chance to shine, 12 minutes. And what's going to happen by then? Stacks for a Sven. Zeus starts to get his first big item up. Crystal Maiden's going to be packing on more of these auras. The Nature's Prophet, he might even have a drums fully done by the next time I'm even a hero again. Like, Night Stalker is a risky pick. He comes back online later into the game when you're dealing with this full late game vision and how you're going to stack on top of that. Like, we have the Beastmaster, we have the Night Stalker, and there is that counter from Vega, though, where when they see these initiations coming in, if the Thunder God's Wrath is up and ready, you're not going to be getting that big like advantage you look for. Oh, F and G again. God strength down. There's a Hasterin though.
G wants to fight this, and it is still nighttime here. Aloha Dance, the Astral up 1, the damage from G, Frostbite to stop him and held him in place, but Sands Eclipse, a lot of damage back onto them. This cleave through from FN, not quite enough for Mag, still on the back end. This Nature's Prophet absolutely shredding through them. Another Sprout is all they need, and G is still trapped in here. A few more hits in will clear up this OD. And Virtus.Pro, they thought they had it all going their way, but no one comes in with a double kill.
Hey man, this early earn from Solo, he's still rocking 3 charges. Dishing these things out during the fight. I think the Sandy's Eclipse was a little bit early. Unfortunately, like, that was a very, very nice Frostbite. Pretty much saved that fight, I would say, for the side of Vega. Like, the fact that he wasn't in position to get those right clicks going, and I think that the Sandys probably would have killed 2 heroes right at once, and then they could have just focused down Meg. But, again, Vega. Very, very solid play, and no early rotation from Yoku. I mean, that fight was under a tower, basically.
He had no TP, and looks like he had no mana to actually get in there. And the fact that FNG is still sitting at level 5, 8 minutes in. Let's take a quick look. 1,080 net worth on your Beastmaster. There's gonna be no 12-minute necros here. Gonna be no 20-minute necros here if it continues at this rate. He's still struggling to get level 6. Well, Sioma the Slayer, he finds an Observer Ward, but he is in a spot of bother. He might not even get the kill on it. Come on, one more hit. Right, not gonna go for it. There, finally takes it out. Aloha Dance frostbitten up. G comes in to help out. Thunder God's Wrath. FNG, 8 HP. Very close to death.
Calculated. So no, a little bit fortunate there, but it does mean Aloha Dance uses his one nighttime for a CM kill. So I don't know if that's going to be enough. Possibly if things go a little bit more passive during this daytime when it does come back, they may be okay here, but slowly turning back to day.
It got him 2 earn charges, and it was like a 600 gold swing just from the Crystal Maiden. So I kind of feel, you know, it's not fully utilizing darkness to the extent of the ability. You know, you're not getting a kill on a core hero, you're not pushing into a tower or anything like that. You didn't limit ward vision like you can do. But it's a good start for Virtus.Pro to get themselves back into this. As Yoku phase drums Aquila, probably heading to the Battle Fury now, just feeling he needed to tank up a little more against no one Zeus. FNG has been given bot lane. He's finally able to farm, and he's moved ahead of the Crystal Maiden. Oh, at long last. Gold! Gold! An Oracle. Solo has earned Arcanes. And OD with Witch Doctor? Where are they heading? Whoa, hang on a second. I've not seen that in a long time. Mask of Madness.
We're back, baby. I guess he feels with the Oracle, right? Like, a little bit of free reign. I love this. Oh, man. This is the build. Where has this been in my life?
Now the TP down towards bottom lane. Who's in first? It's Solo with the Fortune's End to slow FNG. He's got the Roar to turn it back onto him, but Sioma the Slayer there with the Crystal Nova. No Frostbite, though. FNG's out of range and out of vision. And Sioma juked by FNG. TPs himself away with G also retreating back towards middle lane. Well played by VP to get themselves out of that scenario. But yeah, Mask Commander Sven, we've seen the Helm of the Dominator before Treads, just Brown Boots Helm, stack up Ancients, clear through them. We've even seen the Treads Helm of the Dominator then into Armlet from Ditya Ra when he played Sven for a bit. But Mask Commander Sven has been off the map for so long. Maybe people have forgotten about it, and FN bringing it back nicely here.
It's these Ursa games, man, you know? Players been playing that hero game, they're like, yeah, I miss Mask of Madness. That was an item, right?
That's the best item.
I wonder, like, let's take a look at their heroes right now. So, what's your major concern with the Mask of Madness? Basically, you pop it, you get roared, right? That's pretty much the disaster zone. But other than that, it's not too bad. I can kind of see why he's going for it here.
There's smoke from Virtus.Pro. Mag TP's in to maybe try and deny that tower, but he has no idea. He has no idea what he's just walked himself into. The darkness is popped by a low head hands, and the TP's coming in from Vega to try and save up Mag, but he is going to be saved by the false promise. Still, Omni Slash clears up the Crystal Maiden over to the back, and Mag is still trying to get himself away from this, but the Status Eclipse takes out the Oracle. 3 for none, and FN slams 1. But can he go for more? The cleaver's there, the Mask Man is yet to be popped, the low head hands chases him down, and FN doesn't have his god strength. He's run out of HP, he's run out of everything, and Virtus.Pro somehow, without one smoke movement, they bait Vega in, and they absolutely demolished them.
Yeah, that was a total disaster rotation there. Like, coming in from the Ancients, he had about 5 seconds left of God Strength, right-clicks the Witch Doctor, and then just tries to walk away. Like, there was still an OD, a Night Stalker there. And they're even going to end up picking off... Oh, man. No one, please. This is... Oh, like a pitfall. I don't even know. Look at this. It's just like last game, man. What is going on? Again, we're almost up to a 3k lead, and down to over 1k now for the side of VP. Their dire side. They've now gained total control of their map back. Economy control. They can grab the Roshan. It's that almost 13-minute mark. Love throwing this thing on top of G. Oh, we got a Beastmaster. And suddenly this game appears to be theirs. And that was pretty much it. GG. Mask of Madness now seems like a horrible decision. Behind. Well, that was a fun game of Dota 2. I'm excited for what Game 4 has in store for us here.
So,
I mean, the last time, that was it, right?
Remember what I said when we came into this game? Dire side wins.
Yeah.
And it's all to do with this, like, 10-minute, the first big 10-minute fight, but there's still a fight around the Roche pit. They want to kick off Vega, look for FNG, they're going to catch him out in the spread as well, and there's FN, but he rolls back on the back, pushes FN away, and this is Sven trying to stick on a target, and G's going to be the one who looks for it, but he's still stunned up. FN can't stick on a target, G chases them down, and Astral's one up, and the Sven is gone. Virtus.Pro, they defend their honor, they defend their Roshan, and Mag, you've got a Sprout, you've got to hide, you've got a TP, but the courier is overhead, and VP... Goodness gracious me, Yoku, even on the hunt for no one, 14 seconds until he has Omni Slash, but he might not even need it. Crits, 2 of them in a row, with a spin now onto the Zeus, going to still try and chase and catch up, but he will do so. Is that a full team wipe? That's a 5-man wipe. And of course the fight recap will not let me see what I wanted to see. Fuck you, fight recap.
Here's a hint. VP got a lot more gold and experience than the side of Vega.
But I wanted to see the numbers, Moppax. I don't know what the numbers mean, but I like to see the numbers.
Yeah, it's about 26 and about 3k experience by the looks of it from that engagement. That is...
And a Battle Fury for your Juggernaut.
Yeah, you know, just casually. Just snagging that thing up here.
He went for the slow build-up, and he still has like a 15-minute Battle Fury. Less even. Goodness. And now the ancient stacks are being stolen a little bit here. They won't get the full deal, but FN, Mask of Madness into Armlet. Looks like that's where he's heading.
I mean, you're committed at this point, I'd say. Just gotta win the next, like, 2 fights and get yourself back into this game. It's pretty much the only way to go. I did manage to snag that up there, and this is the 12th Mask of Madness of the patch, and we're talking 230 spend games, so obviously Helm been much more popular, I would imagine. I guess I can just check. It's 206 Helms, so do the math on that. It's like 90-some% rocking that thing. By far the more popular option.
I kind of feel foolish for saying that FNG would not get a 15-minute Necro or a 20-minute Necro, because he is very close to finishing off a 16-17-minute Necro book here with a smoke in from VP. They know the Mag is down on this bottom lane. They've scouted him out with a Hawk. They've got perfect vision over him. They know he's not TPing, so they'll be able to slow him, stop him, kill him. And he will rest in peace. 3 hits come in from G. And look for the tier 1 as well.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
This is looking pretty bad for Vega.
They really... Yeah, I don't even know, like, FN, he's got the armlet, he's got the mask, he pretty much needs a blink at this point, but... it's really all on him, isn't it? They don't have this Darkseer. Oh, and they might not have a Crystal Maiden here, but looks like not quite enough crits. Going into that spin there from Yoku, so... but the question is, like, how do you even set this up? Like, you can imagine the only way they win is this big, like, blink stun, FN not getting caught out in the middle of nowhere. Probably also part of that solution. TP. Nice. Living. Good stuff, good stuff. I guess, like, high ground defense, but there's still all these tier 2s. And VP's just like, we can farm for a little bit, wait till the next night time, you know.
Like,
life's chill.
You can see Zeus is rushing into the Veil just for that reason, I think. You know, no Yule Scepter, no Blink, no mobility item. He just wants the Veil so he can team fight and so he can high ground defend. But... wait, where's Crystal Maiden's money? Does she really have nothing? She's got Tranquil Boots, right? Oh, hang on a second. Solo. Force Promise onto himself. I'm pretty sure... absolutely rogered by the damage there. And yeah, 17 minutes. Necro 1's completed over on FNG.
Yeah, I think... oh, again, down bottom. Might finally be able to get something
He turns
going
back
here.
and rolls, though, with the Death Ward back from no fear. They're going to try and clear up another... oh, that GG's called. Okay. Solo just says it's bloody over. Oh my goodness. Virtus.Pro. It's getting quicker and quicker, Mop Hacks. What was game number 1? Like a 27-minute GG? 25 something? Then it went to like 23. Now we're down to 17-minute GG. We're going to have a 10-minute GG in game number 4?
Wow. I mean, Vega, it was on the Starladder stage where after losing a game, they end up staying and they watched the replay for a long time. Like, they were actually delayed getting to the next game just because of like how long they were